Mumble rap. Mumble rap. That's crap, man. Mumble. 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 Let's go. Mumble. Mumble. Eva. Move. Mumble, 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 mumble rap. It's crap. Alright. Guys, we're doing something pretty sweet right now. We're going to do something I promised someone I'd do yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. Hashtag real life happens, folks. Yep. So, with no further ado, Tom's Coins, this is for you. You wanted to, here, let me give everybody the background. Our buddy, Tom's Coins, right, who often watches our channel, comments, and does all that good stuff. He makes some fun videos himself. I'll leave his link in the description for you to check out. But you might want to do that post-haste because he's making all this amazing content. Anyway. Music's a little loud. Music seemed a little loud to me there, so we're going to turn that down. But Tom's Coins, he came up with an interesting video, and he likes to, I don't know how he does it, but it says he has mentioned me in a video, so I get mentions, and it sends me an alert. I don't know. And he does something where he can schedule his video to premiere 4 days later. I don't know. Listen, I am not that tech savvy. I just, I make it, I hit send, it goes on the YouTube. That's what I know. I allow all comments. I know how to do that. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments if that's a bad thing or a good thing. I figure it's a good thing. I figure everybody should get their voice heard. They can say good stuff, bad stuff. If you start saying really crazy stuff, I'll block you. I've had to block like 2 people on YouTube. Making disparaging racist comments was one of them, and another one was some weird stuff, like why did you cheat that person when both parties purchased something and with a smile on their face, because I didn't give them the highest possible value when I gave them a fair price, and it's like, anyway, I blocked that person too. So that's 2 people I blocked. The one making weird racist comments about my wife was especially odd. It did not track. I'm gonna guess that was a fake account because, I don't know, it was weird. But anyway, as long as you're not being super creepy weird, or you know what? If I know you, and I talk to you, you're one of my regulars and you're doing stuff like that, I'll be like, hey, I'll give you a warning. I'll be like, hey, that ain't gonna fly, But yeah, if you want to get blocked, just leave some weird racist comments or start telling me I cheated people without knowing anything about anything. Anyway, so right off the bat, our buddy, Tom's Coins, he is trying to get pesos. Well, these are 8 reals. And he likes these kind of things. This is the Starburst front, or obverse. The front of the coin's called the obverse. The 8 reals have a different reading on them than the pesos, which is what he's trying to buy. So we're going to talk about that. He is wanting to get Mexican coins. Yeah. And he mentioned me, so I'm gonna help him out. So here's the trick to Mexican coins. First of all, Mexican stuff is hot. Okay. So if you're thinking you're gonna go find this like I do the Netherlander stuff, you're not. You're not going to find it like that, okay? But if you hunt hard enough, right? If you say your prayers and eat your vitamins, yeah, and you're patient. So over the last 10 years, right, I've been able to get 4 2 real coins. And the prices are nice. Okay. But it's taken, like I paid big money for this one. It's taken me, 10 years. Well, it's been longer than that, hasn't it? We'll just call it 10 years to get this stuff, okay? So the trick is, it's not finding it. Finding it will happen. It's having the discipline, right, to not pull the trigger until you have found the right price point, okay? Now, if I was serious about getting 2 reals, of course I'd pay big money for them. But, 4 reals are tricky. They're tricky. So if you can get one at a decent price, I say go for it. But we're not here to just talk about Mexican stuff. We're talking about Tom's Coins Mexican stuff. And we're going to talk about the stuff he wants. And you might want to follow in his tracks. I can't tell you nothing. So the pesos he brought up are actually a favorite of mine. So I might have a few. He's talking about these. 1898 peso. So you'll notice the reverse is very different on this peso than it was on that 8 real. That's the really big difference. The obverse is different as well, but it's not quite as different. And there's variation. Also, another peso he may not know about, but might want to check into is this one. I do not have the Maximilian peso. Otherwise, I'd be approaching a typeset. I also do not have a Cabalito or some of the other faction coins from the Mexican Civil War in the 19-teens. I do, however, have quite a few of these. These are the ones he was interested in. I have 4 coins from 1898. Here's a 1901. And so I have one 1901, one 1902, 4 1898s. And a lot of these I bought in one lot. So, 1903, I have one 1903. One 1904. Now, let's talk about the coin. The coin is the Starbursty Delicious Luster. Peso. And the thing about these coins is they're 0.7857 ASW with a purity of you can see it right there, 0.9027. We just call it 0.903 in the biz. These coins are the same size as the old 8 reals, and they're slightly more silver in this coin than a U.S. silver dollar, which was done intentionally, and it's also the reason why a U.S. trade dollar is slightly bigger than a Morgan dollar, because the U.S. trade dollar was made to compete with these coins, and the Maria Theresa thalers as well. And the British trade dollars, which depict Britannia on the front of the obverse. So all these coins were competing with each other for what reason? Well, it'll interest you to know that all these coins were competing to trade with China and the Near East, Far East. Near East like the Maria Theresa thaler a little better. But the point is, Asia. Now, this is where Tom's Coins is really going to get excited. Is coins like this. I think this would be right up Tom's alley and make him really happy inside to see this coin. It's one of my favorites. And if you can have one, right, you might as well have two. Right? If you can have one, you might as well have two. Yes, yes, indeed. But if you got a 1908, you might as well have a 1909. Right? Point is, these coins are really hot right now, but they haven't always been. And occasionally, now these last three you've seen, I bought these out of a safe deposit box in California. So I got a really good deal on those. Okay, it was like a sale deal, like an auction thing. So don't expect to find those coins at those prices. That's a once in a lifetime deal. Okay, guys. So you can find it out there. The trick is you gotta be patient. You gotta know your stuff, price points. There's a lot to know about the Mexican stuff. And if you guys go to the numismatic coin community forum, which if I can find a link, I'll put it in the description. There's a guy there named Swamper Bob who loves to address questions, and you can PM him. He'll tell you he can look at your stuff and tell you if it's real or not. He's that good. So, believe it or not, some of the fakes are actually worth money if they're contemporary. I would have never thought so, but yeah, there's contemporary fakes that are worth a lot more than you would think. A lot more than a Morgan dollar common day coin. So you just gotta. Look, you're getting into a very varied and very different kind of market as well, I'll say. But Tom wasn't only interested in that. He also wanted to talk about 5 pesos. And now, he didn't want to talk about dos pesos. I don't know why. Everybody should have a dos peso. If you don't have one, you should get one. But that's a different discussion. He didn't want to talk about that. But 5 pesos, Tom's already got some of these 5 pesos. He likes these. He's a fan. He likes the 47 better than the 48. I might have a 47 here. I know I have a few. But what he really wanted to talk about was, and first I don't know why, the lesser liked and lesser known of the two. Well, there's more than two, actually. We're about to go over that. But he's wanting to get some of these. And just for these, I want to tell you there's a key date. I think it's 54, but don't quote me on that. It could be 55. There is a key date on these that's actually quite rare. And some people get them near melt. The mintage was like 50,000. But I can't remember if it was 54 or 55. But if you get that coin, you're going to be a pretty happy camper. It might have been 53. Here's another example of a 5. I have a couple of these, yeah. And like I said, occasionally you get these real nice prices. Again, I don't see them at nice prices very often. This is not a common occurrence. I don't have a bunch of these like I do other coins that I get under melt all the time. These are not those kind of coins. These are the kind of coins, if you see them, you grab them. Here, these are smaller. They're not these are 0.643 ounces. These are 0.4. So you put the two together, you got an ounce of silver, but you got 10 pesos and a whole lot of. Would you pay $28 an ounce for this stuff? Because that's what I paid, right? See that? So, you're not stealing this stuff. And then he was talking about 10 peso coins. And he's really into Hidalgo. So that's why I showed this off. Because they're both Hidalgo. Different, looks at him. Different angles. I personally think that the man was somewhat unfortunate looking. But the difference between the Diaz peso and the Cinco peso is, well, 0.8359 and 90%. Okay. And that's a pretty big difference. And you can get them near melt. Matter of fact, you can get them under melt. It's all a matter of when and what you're buying. Or you can pay big money for the scarcer varieties, like this one. I paid big money for that. Way over melt. Not even close to melt, but that coin's way rarer, right? And then these, I got like 3 or 4 of these. I gotta tell you, these don't go for much. Yeah, look at that. $5.85. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a once in a lifetime deal too. It's not going to be a common thing to find, but you can find these. If I was going to go for Diaz pesos near melt, I would look up this coin. This would be the coin I look up. For some reason, I don't know why, this coin, it doesn't get much love. And it should. It should get all the love. And then I don't know if he's checked into it, but there's also these 100 peso coins. And this particular one's one of the scarcer ones, but you could get the more common ones, which also have founding father of Mexico on them. It's just a slightly different founding father. But yeah. The 100 peso is a very cool coin. And, something worth grabbing. Same silver weight on these as the Cinco pesos from the 50s that he was interested in. And if he's feeling real squirrely, he might even check into Libertads. But that's a whole different story. And we're not going to even go there, guys. I wish Tom's coins luck, because Tom's a pretty good, cool cat, cool dude. And I want him to get all the collectibles of his dreams while he's awake. If he can't find them, well, he's not looking. And that's unfortunate. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. All that jive. Eva says hi. Woo! Say hi, Eva. Eva. Bye-bye, guys.